Graham, there's never enough Mel. Hello, folksicles. How you doing? We are back. Very quickly. Hello, boy.
Hello.
It's not Sunday without a bare-chested Corbin.
I'm not bare-chested.
Not this time. Hey, Tam. Long time no see, darling. You don't realise how much it takes it out of you, that streaming malarkey. Yeah. I've sort of rushed home. I've monstered I've monstered my tea. Got myself in the mood. Right, obviously this is the Q&A show. Yeah, I know those of you who've joined me for the day, yeah, you've been asking me questions already. But there's a link down below in the description to a Google document. If you've got any terrain-related questions, if you've got any questions, actually, yeah, anything that you think I can answer, legitimately on YouTube, yeah, throw them into the Google Doc for me and we'll have a bit of a natter. Yeah, I see people coming back on. Now, if you're wondering why Mel is looking so pooped, dead simple. Obviously, Sunday, today was my first day of Sunday streaming from the studio. Yeah, we've got 6 more weeks of it. If you missed it today, it was actually really good. Yeah, you've got clothes on and everything. All right, yeah, nice. Just making sure with the boy. But actually, it was really good. We did, I think in the end, I did about 5 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, because I wanted to nip home a bit earlier and get my tea. But essentially, we did a 6-hour session in the studio. The Burma build is looking beautiful, and it is racking the likes on Facebook. Yeah, I posted it to the terrainiacs group. Link is in the description if you're not part of that group. Get yourself down there in it. And then on top of that, we've also, I'll put it on my Facebook page. And I'll posted it to the Bolt Action page as well. And it is going well. Yeah. So, it was a really good streaming session. If you missed the session, yeah, to be clear, there's no live session on Thursday night. Yeah, I'll be doing live in the studio, UK afternoon time. Guess Corbin's joining us for the show.
You said I could.
When?
Why is this putting stuff down here so I'm going to eat?
What? You're going to eat it there? Doesn't equate to. Tell you what, Dad, I'm going to join you on the show. Oh. Sunday in the summer, they will all be in the pond. Hang on, I think I was watching your twin before. Were you, Gary? Love that scatter raid story, bud. True. Yeah, an hour or so is a very long time, mate. Now, I did manage to figure out the totals, and look, if you look up there, I figured it. Yeah, so that's fixed. I also discovered that OBS is linked, yeah, between my laptop and this, because I came home, switched this on, and lo and behold, yeah, all my settings had changed, so I had to completely reset it up again. But I'm getting better at OBS. So, if you like what I do, remember, guys, there's the donation links. If you use the first link, the Streamlabs, yeah, you are donating towards, put it to the light, yeah, towards that total, yeah, to upgrade the broadcast system in the studio so we don't have to use the crappy laptop. Otherwise, yeah, if you want to send a direct PayPal, yeah, the link is just below number 2, yeah, and that goes to the Kids Treat Fund. But unfortunately, no one's donated today.
Someone donate, no,
please. No.
I need to run out of jam tarts.
Run out of jam tarts. It's not for, that sort of stuff, son. It's for educational trips. Get your nose out of his dinner.
You dare take my phone.
So, right, no questions in as of yet. So I'm having an easy one. Yeah. Obviously, you've been working on the Burma stuff. I don't think I've got a photo on here, so I can't show you what it's like. But if you check the terrainiacs group, or you remember the Bolt Action group, or if you follow my Facebook page, there's a pitch on there. Oh, it's kind of, with me been chatting to you all day, it's kind of weird, because normally I chat to you about what's going on in the week at the start of the show, and I've been chatting to him all day, haven't I? Dad's been at work, hasn't he?
Oh, you have.
Oh, you have? What do you mean? You haven't left your room and left your computer to even notice Dad was gone?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Oh, that's good. What, did you need biscuits?
Yeah, actually.
Not a surprise, is it? Oh, right. So, no questions? This is going to be an easy show, isn't it? I'm hobbied out, so if you think I'm getting me hobby out and doing some of that, I think you're pot out of luck. So what are we going to talk about? Give us a topic and let's have a chat.
Aussie.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the chat's stalled and that's why we can't see anything. You never know. You never know with YouTube. Any major projects in the pipeline? Obviously, I've got my big Burma build going on. I've got the Stalingrad build going on the side. Yeah, and that's only a 2x2. Yeah, so it isn't a major build, but detailing wise, there's some nice tutorials in that, hopefully. Yeah. How bad was the butt kicking Willow got?
Wait, what?
I don't think it was that bad because she's still alive.
I'm interested. I didn't see it right there.
Willow decided to room raid me and get all her school friends to room raid me as well via the WhatsApp group while I was streaming. So that didn't go down. I see everyone has returned. Oh.
Yeah, it stalled for a second then.
Yeah, it stalled. That's what it was. Right, question, Mel. Stuck down flocking with pure PVA. Ooh. Not great spread. Topped up with more scatter and 50-50 PVA. Still some loose. Is it time for a hairspray topping? It sounds like when you put your... Did you drench it? Did it soak all the way through? You see, unless it soaks all the way through, then it isn't going to fix the top to the bottom. So if you come along with the hairspray, there's still that fault line that could be an issue, and you could just be adding more problems on top of the others. Yeah? Are you doing questions in the doc? The doc is there, and it is accepting questions, Cat. So, yeah. Love the new thumbnail art, Mel. Thank you, nerd. Oh, I suppose it's the summer streaming one, isn't it? It's not the Sunday night thumbnail.
I don't know.
Because I changed it, didn't I?
I don't know, I didn't see.
Ah, that could be causing a bit of confusion. Yeah, I'll have to update that as well. That's one for the job list. Thanks, nerd. How's your book coming along? It's not even started yet, but it's not due to start. Dave needs to finish his. I've sent my text over to Dave and everything, so he's cracking on and doing his stuff. We just got to wait.
We having a book?
Yeah.
I need a copy.
Do you? Better jump on the Kickstarter then, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right.
But that is the thing for going Kickstarter.
Were you on earlier as well, today as well? Yes, I was, Gaz. 6 hours in the studio.
When? You know, like, what time did we get in there?
2 o'clock. And it was... Actually, I got in there about 1 o'clock. You remember it because I came to say goodbye to you and I told you I'd see you later.
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
Right. Wait, how have I already paid a $5 without already knowing? You haven't. If I scroll back, let's see, where's our Gazby? Because Gazby's panicking because his name's on the screen. There's a donation. Yeah, Gazby, that one goes back 3 days ago, mate. I'll be thinking about you at Gen Con and how much you would have loved being there. So there, panic over, Gaz. Don't worry, dude. Yes, the page does not say that you're on air, just a repeat of your earlier page. Ah, right. Nice. Thanks, YouTube. For some reasons, I haven't felt motivated to play war games or build terrain. Everyone goes through spates, mate. You know what I mean? I do. I mean, I go off playing war games, don't I?
And then sometimes it'll just stop for a bit.
Yeah. And then there's times when I don't really feel like terrain. You know, I mean, it's much like today. I mean, I've hammered it today. I got some really good results, but I've got home. And normally I was thinking I might potter and do a bit of my chin dits and something like that. But I haven't even got the energy for that.
I'll do boil.
Yeah. It shows all the donations, I believe, until it resets. Is that right? That could be a long list. No, because I've just changed the goal. It must show the last so many. I'm sure. I get halfway through a game and give up. Oh, mate, you're not engaged in the game. Find your passion. Are you sliding in here?
Comfortable now.
Now you're resting on me. Do you want to do the show?
I'm loving on. Look. Loving on the show.
He doesn't realise.
Okay.
That's why I'm late. Had a devil trying to get on it. Really? Okay, so YouTube's playing up on that count. Alright, I think what we might do is the Sunday in the studio, I might have to finish a bit earlier. Because I think there's a crossover between the two shows. £32 and only 2%. Didn't realise we were paying for your hair plug operation. Gazby. Do you know what? I count him as a friend. Well, I did. Corb's going to get you banned with those nips, Mel. Actually, I think bare-chested boys are okay on YouTube. Yeah? But do me a favour. Wander over there. Put a t-shirt on, lad. Go on.
Okay. You can have it.
Hey, Dan. I think you've started something with those chindits. They look like the perfect Aussie diggers. It's the slouch hat. It's the jungle hats, isn't it, mate?
Put a pyjama top on.
Damn, that's traffic, cat. So, we think that YouTube's messing around and that's why the majority of people can't find us. Haha. That would be about right for YouTube, wouldn't it?
No. Right down the side.
Sorry if I got a bit carried away last stream. Nah, don't worry about it, mate.
Who?
I have found my passion. I've turned into my own warm game, mainly Gundam models. Feel passionate about the models, but the game I'm creating has come to a halt. Well, as long... Did you just bang your knee? It happens, mate. As long as you've got a passion. You know what I mean? Evening, Terran? What we saving up for, buddy? New, what you call it, new studio system. Proper PC broadcasting rather than using the laptop. Yeah, last time me and Jace were talking about it, all in, that was roughly what we needed to raise. So, I can only do one camera at a time and that sort of stuff. And the quality isn't brilliant. I can't stream at HD from the studio like I can from here, which is why technically you're getting a better picture on the live show. So that's what that fundraising goal is for. And if you hit the donation links down below, that's what you're getting. It's all about the slouch chats. Having trouble finding them. Dead easy, Matt. Go to Warlord Games. Buy the Chindit heads. They all come with slouch hats. And then just drop them on whatever you're using. I'm having trouble putting sand on some terrain. Yeah. Any tips, please, Mel? What's your problem, mate? Proper doesn't suit you, Mel. Sorry if I offended you. You didn't offend me at all, mate. You never did tell us about your time spent with the bolt action rules. I'm still looking for what you call it for my bolt action rulebook, 2nd edition. We didn't delve into it this show. I think next Sunday show we'll do a bit of... Really? No, stop that.
What?
Don't try and fake it off as some like hand thing.
What? Should I get my hand on the screen because like underneath this here.
Where can I get 350 figures that are not PE? No idea, mate. Mind you, I used to have some Chindit figures to have some variety to the Aussies I've been painting. Yeah, they swap well. But I mean, the Aussies were using the British kit as well, you know what I mean? And so, they look very similar, very similar. What's the final target? Okay, tell you what. Editor. There you go. There we go. That should be better, shouldn't it? Right. Whoa, chat's going quick. There you are. Gary's on it. Gaming watered down PVA like you do a normal scatter, then apply, then soak watered down PVA. That's how I would do it. For the sand, yeah. I'm trying to create a desert diorama and the sand just isn't sticking it. It's just making the wrong texture after it's glued. I've run out of ideas. What do you mean? That is it clumping up? Is it going bitty? Is it separating into stripes? Is it getting what do you call it? Sort of like waves in it? Overdone the supplies, and 3 times 23 kilo bags from there. Yeah. If you're stippling, you're probably only going to need about 100 grams at most. Not 69 kilos.
What?
You bought a lot of filler.
60?
I know, 69.
What do you mean?
I've done watered down PVA. It might be the sand. Try contact adhesive, like a spray adhesive, because that's only going to adhere 1 layer of sand and will give you a very smooth covering. That's when I did the resin board, you know, the what you call it, the little ocean scene that I use with Asher in the wave effects, the resin lacing it's called. Yeah, I used a spray adhesive to lay the sand down with that, and it was really good. Are you taking the mick out of my hand? Me moving my hand around?
No.
You are, right?
The faster I eat, the more it looks fast.
Max, post a picture to the terrainiacs group, mate, so we can have a look. Taryn, bought too much supplies. No terrainiac has ever said. Airfix might do their 132 scale Aussies. Right, okay. I have this strange affinity that when I start a new game, I have to buy at least 2 of the armies, usually enough to start a small game from the word go. How did you start collecting with bolt action? I was quite lucky. I teamed up with a couple of mates.
Good question. What's chinchilla dust?
Chinchilla dust. It's like a really fine sand. It's almost literally like dust. Yeah. Small rodents use it to clean themselves in it. Have you ever heard of a sand bass or a duck bass?
Yeah.
That's what it is. You buy it from pet shops. It's really, really fine.
Oh yeah. Because one guy said in chat, Gary Adams said, I wouldn't use sand, I'd use chinchilla dust.
Yeah, chinchilla dust does look good. I mean, the problem with sand is sand is scaled for us, not models. So it does look actually a lot larger on what you call it. I mean, whoa, Gaz! I'm away for a couple of weeks, huh? Pay up front. Dude, thank you, buddy.
Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot. And you look at the camera.
Thank you, buddy. Right, today. Right, with regards to the bolt action question. The bolt action question, when we started bolt action, me, Dave and John were getting into it. And we were all at the same stage and we tried to sort of build our armies up in time. John basically base coated his all green and that was it. Dave's a pro painter, so he just painted all of his like in no time. And it took me years to do my chindits, so it sort of fell apart. Also, living hours away from each other didn't help with getting games in.
Well, they all live pretty close to each other, you're just unlucky far away.
I buy blocks for pots and crafts and then I cut them into sheets to carve them. I give them a look at Dexter. Make sure if you're meticulous with a cutter, etc. Interesting. You're the dude. Gaz is the dude.
Yeah.
He's taken us he's actually taken us bang up to 100. Thank you, buddy. We could do 10% now. All we need is another, 25. And that's 10% of the target. In one show. Well, in one day, you know what I mean. Thank you, buddy.
I don't really find gas to donate another 25.
No. Look, you share it out,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, occasionally you'll get like patrons of terrainiacs that, you know, can afford it and, you know, will treat you. Yeah, but it's all about sharing it out. A little bit from everyone keeps us afloat. Right. So, yeah, that's how I got into my Chindits. Yeah. Normally, yeah, when I get into a gaming system, it's something someone's already playing, or we buy the starter box system, and like with me and Corb, you know, we got both sides, didn't we?
Yeah.
We need to get painting on those, by the way. You're going to have to come down to the studio.
Which one's the...
Your Rebels.
Yeah.
Also, Dave says you can have his Japs.
Hello?
Hello. His eyes popped out then.
I heard the word Japs. Thank you, Dave.
No worries, Max. Listen, if you've tried loads of ratios, yeah, try swapping your PVA.
Oh.
I mean, if you mess around with loads of different ratios from really strong to really weak and it's always falling off, it could be you've got a dodgy brand of PVA, mate. You know what I mean? Okay. I have a few spare pounds around the midriff. Will that help? It certainly will, mate. Star Wars, you got Monopoly? Just 2.
I do want it.
You got Molly? Just 2. We've just got the basic set, haven't we? For Star Wars, we've bought more dice and we've bought more like rulers and stuff like that.
Yeah, but we've got just a base set. We haven't bought any like expansions.
No, not yet.
No snow troopers. Stuff.
No snow speeder. The boy's so after a snow speeder.
I don't even think my side has those, and they're your side. Half. They're deities, isn't they?
No.
That would be them. We had the Joe speeds.
Snow speeders, yeah.
We didn't have the snow speeders.
They're the ones that fly round. The AT-ATs.
Oh, I thought you meant like speeder bikes. Oh no, the speeders. What? I'm sorry. There's had so many words beginning with speeders in Star Wars, you know.
Okay. Terribles with a particular brand of PVA. Not a cheap one either. Sometimes didn't even dry. Oh, thank you, Patrice.
Danka.
Yeah, sometimes didn't even try. Dry clear. Once I change brands, always fine. Yeah, a lot of the times, you know, when you get these situations, you can even be using a brand that you use regularly and you have no problems with, and you'll have problems. Yeah, dodgy mix in the factory. You know what I mean? Something didn't mix right. It was a cold day. There was a blockage in such and such machine, and you happen to get, you know, a bit of a bit that doesn't work. So I'd swap a brand before you give up, mate. Don't buy cheap PVA. If you need the Rebels painting, I can volunteer and get them done to a tabletop standard. Corbin's painting those. He'll quite happily take you up on that.
No, I want to do it myself.
So how close would 28mm compare to 1/35 scale approximately? Oh, what's 28? True 28 is 1/64. Heroic is 1/54. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. What's 1/35? Is it 72mm?
What?
72, 35. That's half of... Found some great 2x2 plastic garden towels in Pound Stretcher today, thinking they were a couple of quid each. Google Stomp Stones. Nice.
Nice.
Patrice, thank you. I did a sandboard a long time ago. Can I ask what sand you're using? I've used builder's sands, I've used PVA Nearly Neat and sieved the sand fine. I think I did 3 layers in the end. I've done various on my D-Day boards and stuff like that, and I've used various different sands.
Hey Dad, who said they'd take me up on the offer of painting my Rebels? No, I'm not going to take it off the offer, but like, who was it?
Why?
Because I could say thanks for.
It was Gaz.
Thank you guys. Just for.
When it comes to scales, Google is your friend. Most companies can be a little off. That's very true. Everyone's a little bit variable with their scales. Yeah. When he sees enough of the questions. Right. How many questions in the question doc? 1 from Max. Yeah. I'm wondering who makes the best cast metal tank kits in 15mm scale or 176. Just curious for personal hobby stuff. Metal tanks?
Like, you only see.
No, what do you call it? Generally.
Plastic.
Resin or plastic, innit?
Yeah, like tanks, they do plastic.
I mean, you've got the Flames of War range. They're all 15mm, aren't they? But they're mainly plastic, so some of them resin. Who else does 15mm? 15mm tanks?
Search up somewhere. Just...
No, the terrainiacs will know. There'll be someone who plays 15mm. They'll know the companies. I've news. She is sat. Grounded. Gary's daughter earlier, yeah, during the live stream was really pushing her luck, really testing the limits. And Corbin, yeah, read that comment out for everyone. Gary Adams says,
Those who,
nice and clear.
for those in the chat earlier who knows what went on with my daughter, I have news. She is sat on her bed with no electrical items in there apart from the lighting the clock. Is grounded for a week.
How familiar does that sound? Eh?
Continue eating my pomegranate.
Corbin's retreating just from the sheer flashbacks. 20mm is 172. Wargamers use a lot of die-cast vehicles. Nice. Plastic Soldier Company, Zviedra, Skytrex.
I'm getting Vietnam War flashbacks and that.
Thank you, Kat. Mel, I see that you're using yak glue. What exactly is tack glue?
Tack glue.
To be truthful, I don't know what yak glue is. I use PVA, which is a water-based polyvinyl acetate. It's basically a plastic in a water solution. Yeah, tack glue tends to be glue that has latex in it. Yeah, so it remains tacky. The obvious is the good old carpet tackifier glue.
Why'd you have it in my packet?
In case I spill it. Like that.
Okay.
Oops, tack glue, not yak glue. Just saying, will you ever go down the same route with your own products? No. What do you call it? Maybe in a few years, then I might do some resin casting bits if I've done them and that sort of stuff. But I don't run this channel to promote a product line. I don't want to get into the job of having to turn into the studio on a Monday morning and think, right, this week I'm making, clump foliage so I can up my stocks. I came to the channel to, share my hobby. Yeah, so that's what it's about. So it's come up in the past and I've looked at it as a way of making money. And yeah, I could make money at it. But very much like the resin casting and all that sort of stuff, do I really want to turn myself into a manufacturer? I'm already taking as much time as I can and putting as much effort into improving the tutorials and what I can teach. Yeah, that I don't want to distract myself by going down that route. So I mean, Luke came to YouTube and he was affordable painting services. He was a commercial service straight from the stuff, so it makes sense for him. you know, to do that. And all the best to him. But it's not what I'm here for. What about Mel's Train Encyclopedia? My book is a different matter. That's a teaching manual. There's also his Amazon wish list. Thank you, guys. Do you get through a lot of super glue? Not really, no.
What the hell's your Amazon wish list?
I have an Amazon wish list where people buy me things off my Amazon wish list.
Where is it?
It's on Amazon.
How do people get to your wish list?
Via the link.
Where's the link?
I'm not telling you. Down below in the description, guys.
Okay.
She's not a happy girl. She pushed past my breaking point and I had enough. I made her take everything out of her room and put it in the living room so I could put it away. Sometimes kids don't know where the line is drawn. And you've crossed that line, haven't you?
What's she going to do?
Oh, well, she ragged her dad and then she grabbed his backie and threw it out the window.
Well, right, no, what did she actually do?
What does who do?
Or did his daughter do?
She grabbed his tobacco and threw it out the window.
Oh. Oh, damn.
Even the holiday she wants to go on after her exams we said she could go is looking in danger now. That's a reality check for her. He doesn't know it's coming and he's puzzled about who it's from. I'll know it's from if you leave a message. You know what I mean? So if you put a message in your Amazon, but if you don't, I've got no idea. I've got no idea it's coming. I just get surprise parcels. It's like a little Christmas every day. Yeah, it's like I'll get this like Amazon package and I'll open it up and it'll be like, it's a bag of glue sticks. I'll be like, yay!
You never know who it's actually from.
Oh. You know your boy at Yeovil can now probably get you a whole heap of nice glues and products through work. I don't want to put on the lad. I'm sure he could.
Oh. No, I want to know what's going on here. Hello? I'm wondering what's going on here. Hello, what's going on here?
Going on where?
You started rubbing my head and said I don't want to put anything on the lad. I don't know what you're on about.
No, not on you.
Oh.
Gaz is talking about Des.
Oh.
About getting glues from work with what he does, and I said I don't want to put on the lad.
Oh. I thought you looked at me and was like, what have I done?
No, calm down, son. You're all right.
Yeah, you probably could actually. You probably could actually, Dad.
I probably could. Ahoy, ahoy, AWI. No, can you please send me 3 painted palm trees, please? Nope, they're my palm trees.
Send him that one there.
That's not my palm tree.
Still being painted.
No, Willow got me that.
That was me.
Was that you, was it?
I'm leaving.
You've really seen your dirty guts over that, over a 15p palm tree. Oh! You mean you finished your food now you want to go back to your computer before I call it bedtime?
I wasn't even finished.
Oh, cry me a river. Right, now one thing I do need to do is do a very quick check of the normal PayPal. Yeah. Patrice and Gaz. No, we're not missing anyone. Just in case anyone donated direct via that link. We're good on that. Now, listen, I know it's a bit egotistical, but I am really liking how well how well the palm trees are looking on, not the palm trees. Oh, and the terrainiacs, my palm trees, they've racked up at 380 likes. Oh, shut up, you. Right, what I want to do is, very quickly, I want to grab that image. Yeah, and I need to share that over to my Google Drive, which is somewhere on here. There. Video stills, yeah. And then, theoretically, assuming this works, right? Google Drive, video stills. Has it come through yet? Yes, it has. Right, over to editor. Right, be a bit of a rough one this. Let's see if we can do that. It doesn't do it that way. Right, I need to add an image so I can show you the what you call it and show you what the palm trees look like. Add new source, browse. Should have done this before. Oh, pardon me, apologies. Video stills. Palm trees. Right, okay. Right, you're going to have to work with me for a second while I get this so it actually fits on the screen. See, this is why I should have prepped it earlier. Almost. There we go. And very quickly for you guys. They are. That was the work today. What do you reckon? They've turned out really nice. I like them. The colours are right. Want to get a few browns in there as well. And just work the edges a little better, I think. But I won't be able to do that until we get to the ceiling stage. But there you have it. Palm trees. Oh, AWI, happy to be a patron supporter and will continue to be so. Thank you, buddy. Certainly appreciated. I support my PayPal. I appreciate my PayPals and I appreciate my patrons. And I appreciate my surprise gifters.
And just the general people who come and watch it.
And like Kez tells me, the general people who just come and watch me and subscribe to me. I appreciate anyone who takes any notice in me at all, to be truthful.
Oh, you sound dead. I don't see what you're saying. I don't look after you.
Love you. Big words. Like contagious. And disagreement. Yeah, Gary, I hear you, bud. Thank you, Plastic. Thank you, AWI. Thank you, Red Green. Thank you, Matt. Really liking the Mal. Lovely work. How would you go about carrying on that theme onto the bases of the infantrymen? I'm basically exactly the same. I've based my chindits in exactly the same way, using exactly the same materials and colours as my terrain. Yeah, so the herbs, the same browns. I'm going to use just a slight amount of that herb mix flock stuff that I use on the bases. And that you literally, you put them down. There's a photo. I don't know where the floating Gurkha photo is. The floating Gurkha photo. If ever there was a weird name photo, yeah, the floating Gurkha photo. No, I haven't got. I don't know where I've put it. In fact, that's probably a good one to show you. Yeah, so once again, let's copy that to the desktop. In fact, I can, yeah, no, desktop. Right. Properties. Browse. Let's swap that image. Let me show you something different. Off with regards to the bases, Gaz. Yeah. There you go. So as you can see, there's my standard terrain, and there's my chindit, and you can see I've used exactly the same colours and basing on the model base as I have on the terrain bases. I've even used the same brown, yeah, the basing brown, as a wash on his trousers to tie the mud-looking colour into the same. Now, the little green bits you can see, I've still got to scatter some of that onto his base. Yeah, but at the same time, I need to scatter that onto some of the brown edges as well to break them up. So that's got to be done. But that's how I'm tying in the terrain set, the terrain boards, and the miniatures all together. Hey, Miss Mush? If every subscriber contributed £1 a month, I think your problems would be solved. If every subscriber contributed £1 a year, yeah, all my problems would be solved. Jurassic World? Myanmar, Burma. Right, very quick check, make sure if we've had any more questions. Oh, we've had a couple. Are you planning on painting up some of the new Kill Team scenery? Probably not. Budget's tight at the minute, terrainiac wise and all that sort of stuff. It's summer, you know. Kez has just started a new job and we've got work related expenses and we're waiting for payday and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not going to be buying Kill Team this summer, to be perfectly honest. It's too much of an outlay for me. Now, I can't see Games Workshop reaching out and sending it me for now, so I can't see me being able to do any Kill Team stuff. What I probably will do is maybe tail end of the year, get a load of different GW kits and see if I can do something. Maybe a 2x2 Kill Team board. Yeah, but we'll have to see on that. Will the board or the map be herb coated? Yes, it will. I did a battle map that was herb coated. That was all right, but I didn't like it, so I threw it away. Yeah, so I'm designing with Kai custom 2x2 laser cut tiles. Add Kill Team to the Amazon wish list. It's not really a studio essential, is it? And the guy's saying, very nice. I always like to see the models that go with the scenery too, as it really gives you that final overall effect. Let's be honest, it's me, isn't it? You know what I mean? I mean, I was planning the terrain before I was planning the army. Right, more questions. I used Wilco Java Bean on loads of my mini bases. They don't do it anymore. They don't? Any ideas for a good colour matching alternatives? I would have to look. Yeah, to be perfectly honest. What you can just do is just take an old Java Bean tub, yeah, to B&Q and get a litre colour matched, mate. You know what I mean? Right, next question. When you do your washes, what paint do you use and in what ratio? Typically when I'm doing washes, unless they're model washes and I'm using specific model paints, whether it's the GW Agrax Earthshade's quite a nice one. The Army Painters have got some nice ones as well. Model Mates do some interesting sort of weathering solutions and washes and stuff like that. But when I'm doing terrain and stuff like that, it's pretty typically just artist acrylic paint. And when I say artist acrylic paint, I mean a decent quality one with a fine, stable pigment. When it comes to the ratios, I've got videos in the Back to Basics playlist on the channel with specific ratios of making up washes. But generally, I just mix them with water and just work them and apply them. Yeah, I don't typically do a shotgun wash, which is where you have a set wash and you apply it over everything, which is where the ratios come in. Pretty typically, I selectively apply what colours I'm applying when I'm doing washes and where I'm applying them. So ratios don't really come into it. It's more about artistic feel. You know, where should it be dark? Where should it be grimy? Where would the dirt streak? You see, when you do a shotgun wash, i.e. all over it, you let the sort of fluid dynamics, yeah, in the wash, i.e. the low surface tension and the pigments and that sort of stuff, decide where it goes. Whereas when I'm doing washes now, I'm very much deciding where it goes and I'm pouring it where I want it. Right, catch up on the comments. Right, we've got about 15 minutes to go. if you've got any more terrain questions, I'll give it another 5 minutes to get those in. I'm only doing an hour show because I've been streaming for 6 hours already today. Yeah, we'll see what we can sort about getting the notifications out a bit better and that sort of stuff in the future. Apologies for that. But listen, guys, if you didn't make today's Sunday show, remember every Sunday this summer I'm going to be in the studio. So for you guys in the US, when you wake up in the morning, I will be streaming. Okay? Pretty typically, unless you wake up at a weird time. Just super glued my fingers to the inside of a really useful box. So that's a good start to the evening. I can't say I've done it with a really useful box, but we've all been there, buddy. Is there anything you want me to pick you up from Gen Con? I don't know. No? Rachel, hey dude, how about... Did you just say new shoes?
I said, did new shoes?
No, that...
I don't want nothing from Gen Con then.
They do shoes. They do cosplay shoes.
Cool.
Yeah. I can get you a set of troll feet if you like. I do know about letting people post miniature pictures and crafty things they've done on a Sunday. Yeah. Watch it. No problem with that. I can't show them on my stream because of copyright and that sort of stuff. I can't guarantee that the images you send me are actually yours and I'll get into trouble. But you can post them to the Terrainiacs Facebook group. The link is down below in the description, guys. It's 4 AM. Weird. Yes. It is for me. So paints like Winsor & Newton paints for stable pigment. Yeah. You want to avoid when you're working with washes, you want to avoid things like your house paints. You want to avoid kiddies cheap acrylics. Yeah. You don't even need to go for the expensive Winsor & Newton. Yeah, you can go for who are they? Is it Ross and Apple or something like that? There's a shop in the UK called The Works, and in there they have their own brand of acrylics. You only need some blacks, some greens, and some browns for your washes anyway. Yeah, and they're quite nice pigments, and I think you can buy like 2 tubes for a £5, and they'll last you forever. Or if you're using them for washes, they'll last you for ages. Do not use... Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Crawford and black. Nothing, no Ross or Apple in it. Yeah. Those. Yeah. Really good for washes and stuff like that. They do a range of all the basic colours. Get yourself some umbers, siennas. Get yourself a black. Get yourself a nice sap green. Yeah. And you've got the main washing colours down. Waking up in the morning and Kez having a pair of troll feet. That'd be great. Especially, what'd be funnier is when I put PVA on the inside, yeah, and I stick them to her feet while she's sleeping. 4 AM is normal in the military. Yes, I know it is, but I'm no longer in the military, so I'm not getting up at 4 AM. End of. Listen, you wanted to do your job. You can't say anything, woman.
I quite like it.
I know you do. Yeah. So anyway, on the washes and ratios, get yourself some nice acrylics. Yeah. If you're after specific washes and that sort of stuff and ratios, check out the Back to Basics playlist. There's a couple of videos on doing washes. I should really combine them into one expert video, to be truthful. We'll have to have a talk about that. Yeah. And, you know... But for me personally, I just like watering down acrylic and working it myself, doing a wet wash. Right. That's our 5 minutes, locking off the dock now. So, 10 minutes to go and then I'm going to wrap this up, guys. If you've got any other questions, fire them in the comments. I will see them in the comments. Thank you to our stream donators, by the way. Oh, check PayPal, make sure there's none that haven't appeared. If you donate direct, it doesn't go through the Streamlabs system, and so I don't get the on-screen notifications. So I just want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. I don't think I am missing. I think everyone's gone through Streamlabs, which is cool. I just want to make sure.
Good day.
Good day. Patrice, Gaz, Jace, Louise. Is that 20? I didn't even see that. You received 20 from Louise. Thank you, Louise. No message. Yeah, that's everyone. Brilliant. Thank you, guys. Thanks for helping me with the target and absolutely everything today, by the way, guys.
I'm trying to do my work.
Corb, what's up?
No, I just need help with Cody.
Right, what's up with it? It's just not working.
I've gone to the actual thing.
Will watered down paint do the job instead of washes? Technically, a wash is watered down paint. The only difference is it's got a little bit of flow aid in to help it flow into the creases.
Yeah, and then that tells you what you actually search for on your computer.
I took your advice and got black oil artist paint in a tube. It mixes with water. Got beautiful results with my washes on wood. Nice one, Bill. Nice one. Matt, I've made washes from both inks and paints. Yeah, the difference between inks and paints is you can get acrylic inks and acrylic paints. A paint will give you a more opaque wash. An ink will give you more of a translucent wash or a glaze, depending on how much flow aid you've got in it and how evenly it spreads itself. If there's very little flow aid, yeah, an ink wash will be more like a glaze and change the overlook of the whole thing. Yeah, if it's got flow aid in, then it'll flow into the recesses and you'll get deeper, darker shading. Flow aid, detergent, yes. Flow aid is anything that reduces the surface tension on, on water. It can, quite often we use dish detergent, jet dry is a common one. I use Artistic Flow Improver. Yeah, I've had a little bottle, I spent £8 for it and I've had it for 4 years. And I use it with everything because you dilute it down like 20 to 1. So it's actually like a bottle like that in reality. You know what I mean? So, you know, I use Winsor & Newton's Artistic Flow Improver. You can use IPA, isopropyl alcohol. That does improve it. Yeah. So there's lots of options as a flow improver. The advantage of oils for washes is that you have longer working time than with acrylics, so you can remove excesses. You can, and you can also come back in, you know, kick them back off again, reactivate them. You can use spirits with them to reactivate them. Oils can be wiped off. Yeah, you can wipe oils off with if you've got white spirits. You know, I think that's why they're used in military modelling a lot, because the amount of work time that you've got with oils, because oils obviously take much longer to dry. You know, and the fact that you can take the lot off if you want, go back to scratch and start again. Yeah, acrylics are a bit iffy. Once an acrylic goes down, it's pretty much bonded. You're not going to get that off. I think that just about covers washes. I will have to put a note. Go back and have a look what wash videos I've done. And perhaps do another one. A more comprehensive full one. Yeah, I was lucky. I got a large bottle of Vallejo Flow Improver. And I've hardly put a dent in it. And I use it with everything I paint. Yeah, I'm the same. It goes a long way. If you're using artist paints, look on the tube. It'll say if it's opaque or translucent. If you're using proper artist paints, but they're like Fred paints. They're expensive. If you're using budget paints, it's very rare you'll get a translucent budget paint. Or if you're using house paints, you won't. I'm struck by the industrial technologies of the early 20s, the steampunk world. Although it would affirm it would be based symbols and then you want to Iron Sky style. Do you like Iron Sky? What herbs did you use for the base? I used, what did I use? Tamsin recommended a link off Amazon. Suma. Mixed herbs. I got a big bag of it for I think 5 or 8 quid. Yeah, more. Have you tried dot weathering on terrain? Yeah, it works well. It does. But you need, you need a general blending wash to pull it off. I think I'll switch to the oil water wash for all my pin washing from now on. Go for it, Bill. I mean, the main reason I don't use more specialist techniques is that, obviously, with my stuff being tutorials, I avoid professional materials as much as possible. Because you guys don't have them generally. And if I say, oh, you need an oil wash to do this, you know, people start going, oh, I'm not sure, I've got to get oils, which is why I use the simple stuff. But you do get wonderful results. But then again, it's no different than, you know, when I want to do rust, I use a bit of orange paint. You know, I should really be using, for the best sort of results, I should really be using like a weathering set from MIG or something like that. You know, but lowest common denominator. Nightbird. In fact, I think I'm going to call it now because my bladder is screaming at me. So, big stretch. Right, guys, I'll bring you up to speed. You will have a video out on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm not sure what you'll have on Thursday, but you won't have a live show, okay? You will have the big Sunday streaming session next Sunday, so come and join me. I'm working on my Burma build. I'm in the studio. I'll do my best to push it better than you know, better than I have done this time. Obviously, we need to push it harder. And in the meantime, guys, for all you guys who did find the show, yeah, thanks. Thanks for joining in. Yeah. Sorry, Jimmy, too late for that one, mate. You'll have to wait till next time. Right, my bladder's screaming at me. I've had a brilliant day, guys, yeah, but I'm a little bit worn out, so I'm just going to have a bit of a rest and a sleep, and I'll see you soon. All the best, yeah? Ta-ra.